I want to welcome you to Drew's Holiday Spectacular. Drew's Holiday Spectacular will come alive to your favorite sights and sounds of the voices of liberty. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it looks like it is time to start the show. Please sit back, relax, and here is the voices of liberty. Please rise as my friend Sandy Patty sings our national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. As the rockets red lit the bombs bursting air, yet through the
One of the strongest and most basic desires of people is freedom. Freedom of speech, freedom to have a voice in one's government, and freedom to worship God as one chooses. From our very beginnings, this country has offered these freedoms to millions who came to her shores. And perhaps there is no greater symbol of what this nation stands for, no brighter light than the torch of liberty held high by that wonderful lady in New York Harbor. On her side is a poem by Emma Lazarus. From her beaconed hand glows worldwide welcome. Her mild eyes command the air-bridged harbor that twin cities frame. Keep, ancient lands, your storied pomp, cries she with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore, send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door.
On a frigid winter's day, January 20th, 1961, John Fitzgerald Kennedy took the office as the 35th President of the United States. His speech announced the dawn of a new era as young Americans, born in the 20th century, assumed leadership of the nation.
On that day, President Kennedy said, The world is very different now. For man holds in his mortal hands the power to abolish all forms of human poverty and all forms of human life. And yet the same revolutionary beliefs for which our forebears fought are still at issue around the globe. The belief that the rights of man come not from the generosity of the state, but from the hand of God.
On that day, President Kennedy said,
"And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country."
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us pledge allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair as we lift our voices in this solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet
It is said that actions speak louder than words, and yet, from time to time, the spoken word can convey a message of such strength and meaning that it grows more meaningful with the passage of time, while the circumstances for which it was said grow dim. The Civil War was a dark and painful chapter in our history, but as so often happens in times of great adversity, a giant of a man came forth to lead us out of that darkness. His name, was Abraham Lincoln. A reunited country was his legacy, but beyond that, he left us with a message of truth and love that still has meaning today. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth.
He has loosed the faithful, working of his word.
The success of Martin Luther King's nonviolent movement against segregation and injustice in the American South owes much to his visionary and inspirational eloquence. A march on Washington took place in Washington, D.C., and was attended by 250,000 people. Martin Luther King said,
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at a table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day even the state of Mississippi, a desert state sweltering with the heat of injustice and oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Throughout our history, patriotic Americans have spoken of their love and devotion to this country in words that are as inspirational today as when they first were spoken. Give me liberty or give me death. I regret that I have but one life to give for my country. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. These are powerful words. You might think you could never say anything quite as patriotic or as moving, but you can, and you do. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
decades have passed since that fateful day, Sunday, December 7th, 1941. Even in our time, the surprise attack at Pearl Harbor by the Empire of Japan still haunts us.
On that morning so long ago, our Pacific outpost in Hawaii was devastated by an air attack and an unannounced declaration of war. The losses of men and material were catastrophic and propelled our country into a war which lasted 44 months. It ended in 1945 with an unconditional surrender by the Japanese in Tokyo Bay.
Although that war is now part of our history, the human losses will never be forgotten. Their ultimate sacrifice will always live on in our hearts.
So here's the Coast Guard marching song. We sing on land and sea, through surf and storm and howling gale. High shall our purpose be. Semper Paratus is our guide, our fame, our glory too. To fight, to save, or fight and die. High Coast Guard, we are for you.
The four freedoms are goals articulated by President Franklin Roosevelt in his State of the Union address on January 6, 1941. He enumerated 4 points as fundamental freedoms humans everywhere in the world ought to enjoy.
Freedom of speech and expression, including the right to dissent. Freedom of every person to worship God in his own way. Freedom from want. Freedom from fear.
In today's world, we should take a moment or two to reevaluate those time-honored words. We should apply those concepts to our everyday lives. As a current expression aptly says, take the time to smell the roses. And perhaps we should add this: take the time to appreciate those hard-fought freedoms. They must never be taken for granted. These freedoms must be nurtured, for if they aren't, they will surely slip away.
As we wander through life's changing highways, we must take the time to smell the roses, snow-capped mountains to behold, blue skies there to see, quiet places I have still to find. Wandering, searching through life's changing highways, we must stop and take the time to smell the roses, snow-capped mountains, blue skies there to see, quiet places still to find. Wander through life's highways, we must take the time to smell the roses, snow-capped mountains to behold, blue skies there to see, quiet spaces I have still to find. As we wander searching through life's highways, we must take the time to smell the roses, snow-capped mountains to behold, blue skies there to see, quiet places I have still to find. Quiet places.
One of the most solemn rituals in the U.S. military, a dignified transfer, took place today in Delaware. The bodies of 6 fallen heroes arrived in flag-draped caskets. Margaret Brennan reports.
The body of Staff Sergeant Chester McBride came home today. The 30-year-old Georgia native and 5 of his Air Force comrades were killed Monday by a suicide bomber who drove a motorcycle packed with explosives into their patrol near Bagram Air Base. Fellow service members on the base paid personal tribute to the fallen. The U.S. combat mission in Afghanistan was declared over a year ago, but the U.S. still maintains a force of nearly 10,000 there. More than 2,300 American service members have been killed since the war began 14 years ago.
I want to say she's a hero. And I hope she's a hero to all
commanding officer of the unit, which was dedicated to keeping the airbase safe. Older brother Christopher said she was a trailblazer.
She intentionally would go on these patrols with her men because she wanted to show them that she would do what she was asking them to do.
"8:45 a.m. American Airlines Flight Number 11 with 92 people on board crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center in New York City.
9:03 a.m. United Airlines Flight Number 175 with 65 people on board flew into the South Tower of the World Trade Center in New York City.
9:40 a.m. American Airlines Flight Number 77 with 64 people on board crashed into the Pentagon in Washington, D.C.
9:58 a.m. United Airlines Flight Number 93 with 45 people on board crashed about 80 miles from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
On that fateful day, September 11th, 2001, many of our citizens lost their lives. It is to all those innocents and their loved ones we dedicate this song.
Gone, they are gone this day, far from our homes this day. Yes, we will mourn for them, tears in the night. Memories will be with us, faces so clear to us. Yes, we will grieve for them, tears in the Then comes the dawn once more. God heals our wounds once more. Peace He will bring to us. Love for the world.
There is no more poignant piece of prose than that of a member of our armed forces stationed in a foreign land writing home to a loved one. In that letter, the writer may speak of his longings, his sorrows, his frustrations, and indeed, his deep desire to be safe at home with loved ones. It is probably difficult for an outsider to fully appreciate this kind of letter, but perhaps in the context of a song, the reader might more fully understand the feelings the writer was trying to convey.
I'm coming home, my love. It's been a year. Can't wait to see your smile. That day is near. I leave good friends behind. No chance to say goodbye. My silent prayer, my love, is that time will fly. I am so sick and tired of all the bloodshed here, of all the cries for help, of all the fear. I hope you'll understand I'm not the same. I've taken many lives, but I'm not to blame. This is a hellish place for anyone to roam. I thank the Lord above, I'm coming home. I am so sick and tired of all the bloodshed here, of all the cries for help, of all the fear. I'll hope you'll understand I'm not the same. I've taken many lives, but I'm not to blame. This is a hellish place for anyone to roam. I thank the Lord above, I'm coming home.
To many of us, the American dream means an education, a good paying job, and being able to afford a home in which to raise a family. But to our forefathers, to people such as Thomas Jefferson, Patrick Henry, and others, the American dream meant independence from foreign rule. Their bravery and dedication to the principles of freedom resulted in one of the most memorable statements in history, a statement that signaled the beginning of a journey to their American dream. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
I hail, from north or south, or from the east or west. My heart is filled with love for all of these. I only know I swell with pride from deep within my breast. I thrill to see old glory paint the breeze. With hand upon my heart, I thank the Lord for this, my native land. For all I love is here within her gates. My soul is rooted deeply in the soil in which I stand. For these are mine, my own United States.
Love America, but love her wisely. Work hard to cure the faults, the mistakes under which she labors. Work to bring her closer to the ideal that is the real America. Do not leave her to be ruled by a few who make it their business and profit to rule. She is yours.
Thank you, everyone that came out to see the Voices of Liberty by Drew's Holiday Spectacular. It was my pleasure to be your host this evening. As always, have a happy 4th of July and drive home safe. Good night.